Sorry. Hello, my name is Juliana Sanders, and I'm going to be doing a summary of the Euthyphro by Plato. Plato was one of Socrates' students, and so he's one that wrote this dialogue. So we have this dialogue between Socrates and Euthyphro, who are going to be the two main characters. This dialogue is considered an early Platonic dialogue by Plato because we have this dialogue between two characters, the main characters, which are Socrates and Euthyphro, and then we also have this question being presented of what is piety, which Socrates is trying to get from Euthyphro. So the story starts off with Socrates encountering Euthyphro at the courts in Athens. Well, we have these two characters there for different reasons. We have Socrates, who is there because he's been charged for impiety by Meletus, and then we have Euthyphro, who is prosecuting his own father. And so, as Socrates and Euthyphro talk, Socrates gets the story as to why Euthyphro is there, and then he flatters Euthyphro with saying, "You must really know, what holiness is or piety is if you're going to prosecute your own father." And so, this starts off as to how we get into the dialogue of what piety is. And so, of course, Euthyphro is cocky and arrogant and thinks he knows everything. He's so right. So, of course, he agrees with Socrates. Like, yeah, I know religion. I know everything. I know what's holy and everything. And so, Socrates, he's being charged for impiety. So he's like, well, if he flatters Euthyphro's like, well, if you know so much, I want you to teach me, so maybe I can get off for this case for this charge I have by Meletus. So first we have Socrates like, well, what is piety? And Euthyphro just says, piety is what I'm doing, is prosecuting offenders. And Socrates doesn't take this definition because it's not a plain definition. It's an example, which is not a true definition. So he kind of doesn't accept what Euthyphro says. So he wants the actual plain meaning of what piety is. And so first we get this definition of piety is what is pleasing to the gods, which Socrates is kind of unclear what Euthyphro is saying. So Euthyphro goes into what is pleasing to the gods is pious. And Socrates doesn't agree with this because what is pleasing to one god might not be pleasing to the other god. And that's when you have disputes. So, of course, that definition won't work. And so now Euthyphro has to think of another definition, another way to explain to Socrates what piety is. So then we have him explain that piety is this kind of justice to where it's looking after the gods, and looking after the gods kind of puzzles Socrates. He doesn't really know what he means by looking after, because when you think of looking after, you think that somebody's caring for the other, and with the gods being omnipotent and powerful, you wouldn't think that they would need any care. And so kind of gets Euthyphro kind of messed up because he makes them contradict himself, because it doesn't make sense for the gods to need care from anybody because they're omnipotent and powerful. So this definition doesn't work, of course. And so you have Euthyphro kind of dancing around what it is and not really giving him an actual definition. And so then he goes into, well, piety is sacrificing or giving sacrifices to the gods. And of course, Socrates has something against this reason as well, because, it's not really gratifying to the gods to have sacrifices, and that this is not actually what piety is. And so, Socrates is just continually asking Euthyphro questions, trying to get him to explain what the definition is. And, Euthyphro never gets around to telling him exactly what it is. And so, we end this dialogue with the question being unanswered as to what piety is, and we see that Socrates wins once again, or wins because he has the person he's trying to get this answer from all flustered, which is Euthyphro, and Euthyphro walks off and never gives the answer to what piety is, and this is how the dialogue ends.